You can't handle the truth.
You know, people often say to me, Fanny, you seem to know so much about money. You're so versed in financial matters, in business. What were you doing before you became a consultant? And I tell them that before I became a consultant, I was in financial services specifically. I was working in banking. I was a banker. I was in banking operations for many years before I left to start my own business. And the thing is, I love banking. I love the banking profession because it is one business that puts you in touch with every other business. It is connected with every other business. And if you have a head for knowledge, if you have a heart to learn, then you will learn virtually everything there is to know about money and about business and about finance before you are done. Hello everybody, my name is Ifan Yoban. This is 360-degree Mastery. This is the channel where we'll teach you personal effectiveness, self-mastery, and how to create, grow, and manage your wealth. Like I said before, I love banking. I'm so grateful, that I had the opportunity to work in banking for many years because that is where I learned most of the things I learned about finance. I learned about business practices. I learned about money. And I was also blessed to work with some of the great masters who shared their knowledge, their experiences with me and made me, the person that I am today. Shout out to, Sapi, Peter Amadi. Shout out to Chidi Leka, Olutomi Wagbolahon, Sani Anthony. These were people that took the time to show me the ropes and teach me what they knew about money, about finance. That is why I can help so many people today. There are some things that I learned from banking over the years. I learned some things, and these things help me shape my understanding, my perception of human nature and of life in general. Now, one of the things that I learned from being a banker is that there are no workaholics. Everybody is lazy. This is going to sound funny. There are no workaholics. Everybody is lazy. Look, people that appear to be workaholics, people that seem to be working so hard, they're only doing so because they are being watched, they are being seen, or they are trying to prove or achieve something. The moment you take the need to walk away from people, 90%, in fact, 95% of people are not going to work. They will rather just sit around and engage in pleasure activities. There is no workaholic. If you see somebody, the person seems to be working so hard, he seems to be everywhere at once. He's just doing it. He's putting on a show. All right? He's putting on a show. You can quote me on that. The second thing I learned from banking is to cover your behind. All right, they call it CYA, cover your ass. Cover your ass, make sure you document everything. Dot your I's, cross your T's, pay attention to detail. Because like they say, the devil is in the details. If you don't pay attention to detail, if something slips by you, it can trip you up somewhere down the line. I have seen people that have built 20, 25-year careers go down because of a detail that they overlooked at the start of their career or, very early in their career. So I've learned how to CYA or CMA, cover my ass, as the case may be. I always make sure that everything is documented and I keep records. They are official records and then they're my own personal records, because something may happen to the official records and then if I have to defend myself or if I have to get myself out of trouble, then I have to, resort to my own records, that I have kept meticulously. So the third thing I learned about banking is that if you treat your life like a trash can, people will put trash in it. If you treat your life like a trash can, people will put trash in it. And that's just the truth. How you present yourself is how you're going to be taken. If you present yourself as somebody to be taken seriously, you'll be taken seriously. If you present yourself as somebody to be trifled with, then you'll be trifled with. If you treat your life as if it is a trash can, a dustbin for people to throw trash in, then you can be sure people are going to throw trash in it. Take yourself seriously. Respect yourself. Okay? Respect your space. Respect other people. But make sure that other people respect you in return and respect the work that you are doing. That is the third thing I learned by virtue of being a banker. The fourth thing I learned by virtue of being a banker, by many years in banking, is that you should let your work speak for you. You don't need to speak for yourself. Let your work speak for you. If you do the work well enough, you don't have to come back and explain it. I learned that very early on in my career as a banker, and it has worked for me so much, so many times. That is why when I do something, I try to do it as well as possible, because you will not be there to defend yourself always, but that work you did will speak for you. That's the fourth thing I learned by virtue of being a banker. And the fifth very important thing that I learned from banking is that the only true difference between rich people and poor people is not money, it's not cash, it's choices. It's choices. All right, in my years as a banker, I've seen people handle huge amounts of money. I have seen some people make money and lose money. I have seen colleagues, fellow employees, management, top management, executive management that have had ridiculously high salaries, and now they are more or less begging for their daily bread. It is not necessarily the amount of money that you make that makes you rich or poor. It is what you do. It is the choices you make with the money, with the resources, with the wealth that you create for yourself that decides if you are rich or poor. These are things that I learned from being a banker. Of course, there are so many other things that I cannot cover in this video, but subsequently, as we go along, the secret is out. Yes, Niger Nature, Ifeanyi Ubah used to be a banker. How do you see this video? If this video was helpful, please go ahead and click like. Share this video with somebody who needs it. Subscribe to my channel. All right. My name is Ifeanyi Ubah. This is 360-degree mastery. I will see you next week, God willing, with more tips and more information on how you can live a better, happier, and more successful life with peace of mind. Namaste.